Glands are classified depending on glands are classified depending on their mode of secretion. Sebaceous gland is an example of which type of the gland? Holocrine gland. Sebaceous gland is which type of gland? It is a holocrine gland. Moving to the next question. Roughening end organ is associated with sensation of A. Sustained pressure, B. Heat, C. Touch, D. None of the above. It is A. Sustained pressure. Which of the following statement regarding lower esophageal sphincter is true? A. It has no tonic activity. It has a tone which is provided by sympathetic system. It relaxes on increased abdominal pressure, relaxes ahead of peristaltic. Depressor reflex, Bajal-Jarisch reflex, produced by following stimulus. A. Atrial overload. B. Myocardial infarction. C. Ventricular distension. D. Isotonic exercise. It is ventricular distension. Direct Fick method of measuring cardiac output requires estimation of A. Oxygen content of arterial blood, B. Oxygen consumption per unit time, C. Arteriovenous oxygen difference, D. All of the above. Correct option here is D. All of the above. So direct Fick method of measuring the cardiac output requires the estimation of oxygen content of arterial blood, oxygen consumption per unit time, arteriovenous oxygen difference. Primitive red cells first originate in the early embryonic life is in yolk sac. The nucleus involved in Pappage circuit is A. Pulvinar, B. Intralaminar, C. VPL nucleus, D. Anterior nucleus of thalamus. It is anterior nucleus of thalamus. Broca's area is concerned with A. Word formation, B. Comprehension, C. Repetition, D. Reading. It is word formation. Stability of alveoli is maintained by A. Lung compliance, B. Negative intrapleural pressure, C. Increase in alveolar surface area by surfactant, D. Residual air in the alveoli. It is increase in alveolar surface area by surfactant. Pancreatic juice rich in water and electrolyte, poor in enzyme, is secreted by secretin. Small intestinal peristalsis is controlled by Meyerink plexus. Ovarian reserve is best indicated by FSH. Which of the following is not a part of extracellular matrix? Integrin. All of the following occur in mitochondria: citric acid cycle, glycogenolysis, fatty acid oxidation, electron transport chain, except glycogenolysis. QRS complex is due to A. Ventricular repolarization, B. Atrial depolarization, C. Conduction through AV node, D. Ventricular depolarization. It is ventricular depolarization. Maximum amniotic fluid is at 36 weeks. Aortic valve closure corresponds to beginning of A. Systole, B. Parasystole, C. Isovolumetric relaxation, D. Isovolumetric contraction. It is isovolumetric relaxation. Physiology change in leukocyte number in pregnancies is neutrophilic lymphocytosis. Coronary blood flow is maximum during which phase of cardiac cycle? It is during isovolumic relaxation phase. Shivering is controlled by A. Dorsomedial nucleus, B. Posterior hypothalamus, C. Perifornical nucleus, D. Lateral hypothalamic area. It is B. Posterior hypothalamus. Sleep center is located in A. Basal ganglia, B. Medulla, C. Hypothalamus, C. D. Cerebellum. It is hypothalamus. Aromatase produces estrogen from A. Progesterone, B. Cortisol, C. Aldosterone, D. Androgen. A. Progesterone. Weber Fechner's diet is related to A. Phantom limb, B. Force of contraction in heart, C. Intensity of stimulus and sensation felt, D. Cortical velocity. Cells most sensitive to hypoxia are A. Myocardial cells, B. Neurons, C. Hepatocytes, D. Renal tubular cells, B. Neurons. Beta-2-transferrin is found in A. Blood, B. Urine, C. TS, D. CSF, D. CSF. So glands are classified depending upon their mode of secretion. Sebaceous gland is an example of which of the following type of gland? Holocrine gland. Rough in end organ is associated with sensation of A. Sustained pressure, B. Heat, C. Touch, D. None of the above. It is sustained pressure. Which of the following statement regarding lower esophageal sphincter is true? It has no tonic activity. It's a tone which is provided by sympathetic system, relaxes on increased abdominal pressure, relaxes ahead of peristaltic wave. It is relaxes ahead of peristaltic wave. Depressor reflex, Bajol Jarisch reflex produced by which of the following stimulus? A. Atrial overload, B. Myocardial infarction, C. Ventricular distension, D. Isotonic exercise. Ventricular distension. Direct fit method of measuring cardiac output requires estimation of A. Oxygen content of arterial blood, B. Oxygen consumption per unit time, C. Arteriovenous oxygen difference, D. All of them. Correct option is D. All of them. Primitive red cells first originate in the early embryonic life is in A. Liver, B. Yolk sac, C. Bone marrow, D. spleen. It is yolk sac. The nucleus involved in Papp's circuit is A. Pulvinar, B. Intralaminar, C. VPL nucleus, D. Anterior nucleus of thalamus. Broca's area is concerned with A. Word formation. Stability of alveoli is maintained by A. Lung compliance, B. Negative intrapleural pressure, C. Increase in alveolar surface by surfactant, D. Residual air in the alveoli. Pancreatic juice rich in water and electrolyte, poor in enzyme is secreted in response to A. Pancreaticojamin, C. Cholecystokinin, C. Secretin, D. Protein. It is C. Secretin. Small intestinal peristalsis is controlled by A. Myenteric plexus, B. Meissner plexus, C. Vagus nerve, D. Parasympathetic nerve. It is myenteric plexus. Ovarian reserve is best indicated by FSH. Which of the following is not a part of extracellular matrix? A. Laminin, B. Fibronectin, C. Integrin, D. Collagen. It is C. Integrin. All of the following occur in mitochondria: citric acid cycle, glycogenolysis, fatty acids oxidation, electron transport, except glycogenolysis. QRS complex is due to A. Ventricular repolarization, B. Atrial depolarization, C. Conduction through AV node, D. Ventricular depolarization. It is ventricular depolarization. Maximum amniotic fluid is at A. 32 weeks, B. 34 weeks, C. 36 weeks, D. 40 weeks. It is 36 weeks. Aortic valve closure corresponds to beginning of A. Systole, B. Parasystole, C. Isovolumetric relaxation, D. Isovolumetric contraction. It is isovolumetric relaxation. Physiological change in leukocyte number in pregnancy is neutrophilic leukocytosis. Coronary blood flow is maximum during which phase of cardiac cycle? It is isovolumetric relaxation phase. Shivering is controlled by A. Dorsomedial nucleus, B. Posterior hypothalamus, C. Perifornia nucleus, D. Lateral hypothalamic area. It is posterior hypothalamus. Sleep center is located in A. Basal ganglia, B. Medulla, C. Hypothalamus, D. cerebellum. Hypothalamus. Aromatase produces estrogen from A. Progesterone, B. Cortisol, C. Aldosterone, D. Androgen. Weber-Fechner tie is related to A. Phantom limb, C. B. Force of contraction in heart, D. C. Intensity of stimulus and sensation for D. Cortical capacity. Intensity of stimulus. Cells most sensitive to hypoxia are A. Myocardial cells, B. Neurons, C. hepatocytes, N. and tubular cells. Neurons. Beta 2 transferrin is found in D. CSF.